Welcome everybody to Hobby Time. Today I'm going to show you how to paint the Pheromancer from the Aspire to Play starter set. Now this is a nice simple model to paint for beginners, and it only requires 5 paints to do so in my guide. This was a quick little model, took about an hour to 2, and he was done. So first off, we're starting off with Arkhelian green. You're going to paint all his robes in this colour. This involves both the sleeves that are on his arm, as well as the robes that dangle off his chest. Remember to also paint his hat in this colour while you're doing it. And there we have it, all done. I really like this colour. It hasn't dried on the model yet though. But once we've done that, it's time to start our next colour, which is Skeleton Horde. Now this is the bone effect on the model that I've been using for the Spire. We're going to do this on his gas mask, his shoulder pads, as well as his staff and hands. And there we have it, both are all done. The blue's dry, the Skeleton Horde's still a little bit wet, but that's okay. Next off, we're going to do the top of his staff, and we're going to do that in Ork Flesh. Now, this is a nice green. It's not as pale as the green as the one they have in the picture, but I quite like it. Make sure you give it a nice thick coat so it goes on well, and then we'll go to our next colour after that. And there we have it, all done. Now we're going to do Wyldwood. This is going to be the leather part of his model. This is going to be mainly for the dagger and the potions. Make sure you're nice and accurate with these. You don't want it to get it on the blue or the Skeleton Horde. And then once you've done that, it is time to start painting the potions. Now, the potions are going to be painted in Gryph-Hound orange. This is a nice, lovely orange, and it's time to paint all 3 potions he has on his side. So he's now all painted, time to do the base. We're starting off with Earth Texture by Vallejo. Now this model doesn't have much of a base because of how big his robes are. So just paint the little bit around the outside with this. Next up, we're going to use Agrax Earthshade to give it a nice wash. There's not much model here, so again, this is nice and simple. And finally, we're going to do the base. I like using Vallejo Black, and I like a black base rim, but you can use brown. I've seen people use greens, blues. It all depends on your model and what they're on. So I'm going to use a nice black from Vallejo and just go around the rim, make sure it's all nice and even. And there we have it, all done. This model was nice and simple, took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do the full thing, and I quite like it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. This has been Hobby Time. Have a lovely day.